So question 10 of 32. It reads, the CDF of a continuous random variable x is given by, so we're now dealing with a CDF, the cumulative distributive function, f of x. Remember the CDF is capital F, is given by 0 when x is less than 0, is given by half x minus 1/8 x squared when 0 is less or equal to x less than 1. A plus 1/4x when 1 is less or equal to x less than 2. And B 1/8x squared x squared minus 1/4x when 2 is less or equal to x less than 3. Okay, less or equal to 3. And 1 for x greater than 3. This is the CDF. Find the values of A and B. Find the values of A. Find the values of A and B. So find values A and B. If you are dealing with a CDF, remember how we come up with a CDF. We do add the consecutive pieces. So getting the first piece, to get the second piece, you add the first piece that you got to the new development. Now, the easiest way to do this question, I remember it was very, very bad last time. So we opted to start with B. Okay, they are all questions. So let's get the PDF of this. So we get the PDF of the CDF. The PDF will be the integral of this guy. So let's get the PDF first. Let me leave this open so that if you log out, you don't have to wait for me. Okay. So to get a PDF, you integrate from 0 up to x, 1/2 t minus 1/8. No, you don't integrate. Remember, when getting the CDF, we're integrating. Now, when getting the PDF, we differentiate. So we differentiate 1/2. So we differentiate. Yeah, so we differentiate. So you get d dx 1/2x minus 1/8 x squared. This will give us half minus 2/8x, which is half minus 1/4x. Then we also integrate the other piece there. We differentiate a plus 1/4x. So we get 1/4. We do the same to the other piece. B plus 1/8 x squared minus 1/4x. We get 1/4x minus 1/4. To differentiate one, we get 0. That's why we say 0 otherwise. But now, how do we this one? Right. I'm trying to get the best way to come out. So what about PDF? Our PDF is going to be, forget about 0 and 1. Well, if you want, we can put 0. We'll say 0 when x is less than 0. And then the first piece is 1/2. 1/2 minus 1/4x. Of course, when 0 is less or equal to x less than 1. Then the next one.
There is some shit in.
Then the next one now. This guy here can just 1/4. One over 4. That, and then 1/4x minus 1/4. Then 2 is less or equal to x, which is less than 3 or equal to 3. There's 0 otherwise, so we don't put that one there. You come and put it to my last, you say 0 otherwise. So this is a PDF. So if I have so much difficulties in answering question A, oh, I can do the PDF. You need to help me understand what to do in A. So now, with normal numbers, if we are to find a CDF, this same CDF here, which has constants that are unknown. So I want to attack those constants. So we'll say, to get the same CDF, remember what we do? We integrate the first piece, half minus 1/4x, with respect to x, from 0 to x, so that here I change, I put t, and I put t there. So the integral is going to be 1/2t minus 1/4 t squared over 2, all the way from 0 to x. When you place x, you get half x minus 1/8 x squared. So that piece be transformed to this one here. Then the second one, you integrate. Remember, you add. So you add f1 plus the integral from 1 to x, 1/4 dt. So that we get half x minus 1/8 x squared plus the integral here is 1/4 t from 1 to x. So it will be 1/2x minus 1/8 x squared plus 1/4x minus 1/4. So we're going to get we're going to get 1 over negative 1/4 plus 4 down and then up 2 there 2, so get 2x plus x and then minus 1/8x squared. Now this is not a good one. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's remember we're dealing with this one. So let's get this the next page. So you're saying f of 1 plus the integral from 1 to x of 1/4 dt. Okay. So what we do is we get this last number here and take it in f of 1. Okay, yeah, good. So as we be dealing with f of 1, we deal with f of 1 in this form. F of 1 with the last number substituted in it, and then we do the integral 1/4 t from 1 to x. Okay, yes. So it will be what was our f1? Our f1, found it, yeah. 1/2x, 1/2x minus 1/8x squared. Remember here, x is 1. And then plus 1/4x minus 1/4. So we get half minus 1/8 minus 1/4 plus 1/4x, which is 8 down, 2 in 8, 4 minus 1 minus 2 plus 1/4x. Start with 1/8 plus 1/4x. So look, Charlie, that we're saying you can't understand. What we are doing here is that before I give you the shortcut of getting these values here, because the shortcut is not form. Okay, I will be slow now. The shortcut of getting these values from the CDF is not that form. So what we normally do here is that we try to get ideas from the PDF. These A and B are constants in the CDF here. Because they are constants, if we differentiate, they will disappear. But as you differentiate, you are getting the PDF. Now, if I have the PDF of n function, it's easy for me to get the CDF of that function. So if you come in reverse and get the CDF, then the CDF that you get from the PDF will come with the known constants A and B. So that's the whole idea here. The question just says find the values of A and B without any method. So I can choose, since B is saying I should find the PDF, so I can find the PDF and then use it to get A and B. Which is what we did here. So first we got the PDF of the given CDF. By differentiating each piece, we got the CDF is here. I mean the PDF is there. Now with the non-PDF, we want to get back the CDF, except that this time around, we will get it with the constants known, which is what we are doing now. So we are getting back the CDF that is given in the question, but this time around the constants will be known. Then we'll be done with one. I mean, we'll be done with A. So we've gotten 1 over 8 plus 1 over 4x. Remember, this piece is 4. So now we have transformed this one to here. So we have known what A is. So far, we know the value of A because A is then going to be 1 over 8. Since we have A plus 1 over 4x, so we have known A. This is A. We want to get B now. So how do we get B? We get to integrate this. So say F2, we substitute the last digit number, meaning F2 of 2, because the interval there has the lowest boundary 2, plus the integral from 2 to x of what? Of 1 over 4 t minus 1 over 4 dt. So f of 2 is known. So you just substitute 2 there. So you have 1 over 8 plus 1 over 4, 2 plus the integral there, we get 1 over 4 t squared over 2 minus 1 over 4 t. This guy is running from 2 to x. So we're getting 1 over 8 plus 1 over 2 plus, you substitute x there, you have 1 over 8 x squared minus 1 over 4x minus, you substitute 2, you get 4 over 8 plus 2 over 4. This is giving us 1 over 8 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 8x squared minus 1 over 4x. To simplify here, we have 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2. This is just 0. So we get to add this 8 down. That is 1 plus 4 plus 1 over 8x squared minus 1 over 4x, which is equal to 5 over 8 plus 1 over 8x squared minus 1 over 4x. This is the last piece. This last piece here transforms to this one. So you can see that B is actually 5 over 8. So we have found A. We have also found B from the PDF, of course. Integrating back to getting the given thing. How does it sound? Charu. and Daniel, how does it sound, guys? Daniel and Sophia Divi. How many of Charu and Chish? How is it?
It's okay. I've been understanding what you're doing. That personally, I haven't like done this.
Oh, I get.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's your story? Okay, now look. After having gone through this long procedure, we're also able to get the value of B. The value of B by integrating, but not necessarily by integrating, by substituting 3 in the last piece. The last piece is B 1/8 x squared minus 1/4x. So you say, if you substitute 3 in the last piece, it must give us 1. So we have 1/8 3 squared minus 1/4 3 is equal to 1. So let's see if this will yield what we want. So we have B plus 9/8 minus 3/4 is equal to 1. That is B plus 8 down. We have 9 minus 2, 6 is equal to 1. That is 3/8. Class here is equal to 1. So B is 1 minus 3/8, which is 8. 1 in 8 will get 8 minus 3, which is 5/8. So we're able to get we're able to get B by substituting the last bound of that interval and then equating everything into 1. We'll get the value of B. So we could only confirm this after doing the normal thing, which is the PDF reverse to CDF. Then we realize that actually we can easily do the substitution and we get 5/8. Now that we know that B is 5/8, then you said hunting for shortcuts. This is not formal in the books. So we are trying to generalize and get there. What about C? What about A? Could there be a group method? We also got a group method here. So something like you get 1 over 2x minus 1/8x. We put a 1 in here. So in here, we'll say when x is 1 plus A plus 1/4 x. In here, you demand that Okay, let's start with x is equal to 1. C is equal to that. So that is half minus 1 over 8 plus a plus 1 over 4 is equal to 1. So we'll get 8 down. That's 4 minus 1 plus 2 plus a is 1. That's 5 over 8 plus a is 1. So a is 1 minus 5 over 8. So we'll get 8 minus 5 over 8. That is 3 over 8. Let's go check. No, that's 1 over 8. So it means that you hit it. So the shortcut here is not coming out. No. Here, we've left one thing. When we reach here, we don't just, since we have a full interval, we'll take it in 2 ways. So say x1 up to x2, 2. The bound of the interval, 2. So that when you substitute 1 here, you get half minus 1 over 8 plus you take 2, a plus 2 over 4 is equal to 1. So we suspend this one first. Because if we use it, a will go. So let's see now. 8 down. Then we got 4 minus 1 plus 4 plus 8. That is 7 over 8. So 1 minus 7 over 8. 8 minus 7 over 8. 1 over 8 plus a. A 1 over 8. So what we did was, instead of using this, you don't use this. You use the 2 intervals in the CDF. You use this one, you use this equation. You substitute this number here. Then you come here also. You're adding, you substitute only 2. Since you have used 1 in there, you don't use 1 again, you only use 2. And then add them. They must give us the total probability, which is 1. That's how we could detect the a is equal to 1 over 8. But it's not so. The reason why it looks like we don't know what we're doing is because I think we tried to check so many teachers, nothing was coming out. So even Dr. Now, he was not solving it in any way. He was just saying to prove that A is that and B is equal to that. And also the teacher that we had in our intake, he also said the answers are easy. So you have to find our own alternative. And this was the alternative that I'm using now, where we could first get the PDF. Initially, we could first get the PDF in the if I see this question in the test, I would first answer B, then get back to A. Since there's no method that is being stated in A, I'll answer B, and then I'll say from B, I can see that these are that, or I'll solve them. And then after that, we now try to check if there could be shortcuts using what, the information that we have. And that's what came out. That's the reason why it's coming out like this zigzag. But we have it, but the B one is very easy. Just substitute the last digit number in the interval, the one before one in the CDF, and equate it to 1. That one should give you the total probability, which is equal to 1. And then the other one, that's where now you do some magic where you get the end interval, the first and then second before the last equation, then you get everything to 1, and then get the value constant required. Okay. Any question? No questions?
Nope.
Okay. So in the last 2 minutes of the Zone basic plan, we can log out and come back to finish the same question.